welcome to today's show. I'd like to introduce you to David Barnes from ProAm Colour Laboratories. The business is called ProAm.
Yes, that's
So
right.
give us a rundown of what, the style of business that you have here.
ProAm basically just a photographic lab. I mean, it
Yep.
does all photographic services for people. It has been around for quite a while, and we do traditional photography work as well as more of the digital work. So
How long have you been in business?
well, I've personally owned the business for about 12 years, but ProAm's been probably in the Newcastle area for about 30 years. So
Wow.
it's been around a long time.
I didn't realise it was that long.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
It used to be owned by a gentleman called Mike Jenkins and his wife, and I purchased the business off them in the year 2000. So we're
But the
running.
business has changed dramatically over that time, hasn't it?
Yeah. When I first took over the business, we were primarily a commercial business in that we looked after professional photographers, commercial photographers. We used to do what was called E6, slide processing in those days.
Okay.
And we used to look after wedding photographers. But as the digital age came in,
Yes.
more and more people got into photography. The nature of photography changed, and so our business changed to be more of a digital-based photographic business, although we still deal with film and all those sort of things.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's quite an interest in film actually, especially from young ones. They find it all very new, and it's a bit like collecting vinyl records. It's very retro.
Yes.
They love using film.
I
So
get it.
we do all that sort of stuff, as well as I say the digital stuff, the enlargements, or all the bits and pieces that come with a normal photographic business.
Okay, all right. So who predominantly would be the customers that come into your shop?
Probably around about 50% would be mums with prams, probably one of the most photogenic subjects, are newborn babies. So a lot of mums come in usually for around about the first year. They print all the photos from birth right through, and then we get people doing special events, weddings and things like that. And then just a normal, there's a lot of customers who just do everyday sort of photographs, holidays and things like that. So we have that whole range, and then we also have the serious amateur who may be doing enlargements, things for exhibitions and so forth.
All right. And when they come in and they bring with them the shots that they want to print, how do they bring them in? What kind of
a
technology
couple of
do
ways.
you use?
I mean, as I said, that we still do traditional film, so some people bring in the old-fashioned roll of film and we'll
Yes,
process it
and
and
you
print
put
it
it
or
on it,
put a CD, or they'll come in with a CD full of images or the
Right.
memory card from their camera.
Yes.
It just depends, but whatever they have, we can sort of transpose it into whatever they have in their mind.
And they use these machines here, don't they?
For people who come in with their memory card and wanting to do just sort of everyday pictures up to around about A4 size, the kiosks are the way they go. They just go in, select their images from there,
Yeah.
and then we print them out for them.
Okay.
And we often do it side by side with them, especially some of the older people find it a little bit more confronting,
yes.
so they like a little bit of help, where others sort of go solo with it.
Is it possible to put your, the jack from your iPhone into that as well, or not? Or
Yes, depends on the model.
Right.
Some work, some don't. If it doesn't work, we can do it from behind the counter, and there's another screen which is a little bit further around out of shot that they can have a little look, and we can sort of half manually select the photos for them
Okay.
and print them out. But vast majority, they can bring in their little hard drives and so forth, and they can run them from there as well.
okay, that's great. Now I've got to tell you, viewers, that you are very active in the community as well. Recently, I found out that you actually were a sponsor for the Laneway Park, and that you've actually had some participation in that as well.
Yeah, no, it was a very good thing to be involved with. I mean, occasionally you get approached from all sorts of things, but I thought the Laneway Park was something a little bit different.
Yes.
And I guess it was a little bit selfish. I've got a daughter myself who needs a good
Okay,
park to do
yeah.
that. But it was a nice opportunity to do something in the Adamstown community that's going to be local rather than something
Yes.
that's a little bit further afield, like maybe sponsoring a police thing or something like that. So I was happy to do that. And
Right.
and if they come knocking on my door again, I'm more than happy to help them again.
Yeah, fantastic. So I guess really, for anyone who is looking at developing any kind of image whatsoever, you really can take care of the whole lot, can't you?
Yeah, basically we can go from go to O quite often. I mean, at the moment we're doing a lot of the HSC assignments, and a lot of the kids who are coming in are not exactly sure on what they're wanting, so we can usually go through the options with them and give them the best outcome they want. Likewise, somebody might be looking to do something, say a canvas for Christmas or something like that. We can have a look at their images and say, well, I think this one would enlarge better than another one, and go through the alternatives. So, they
Okay.
couple of days later they walk out with something ready to hang on the wall that looks $1 million.
Wow, that's great to know as well. Yeah. So, how do people find you then, David?
Right, well we're pretty easy to find. We're in the Adamstown Plaza, which is on Brunker Road, opposite the RSL Club. Just drive on in and big sign on the door says ProAm.
Parking out the front.
Parking out the front, yes.
Easy, low access, especially with mums with prams.
That was one of the reasons we moved here, because as I say, mums with prams, they need to be able to get in and out, no point being on the high street, so it works in that thing, and you can park your car for up to 2 hours and come in and get it all done. We often have mums, they get a cup of coffee from around the corner and sit down there and work their way through with a little toy box for the kids to play with, so it keeps them amused and we work away.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, David, for being on the show today. Really appreciate it.
No problem at all. Happy to do it.
Thanks so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Another great service that David provides is the restoration of some of your favourite photographs. As you can see here in these slides, he does do amazing work. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these few images that have been created at ProAm with David Barnes. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Adamstown TV. I'm Annette Pinkerton.